Have you ever wondered how some people seem to effortlessly attract the attention of others, almost as if they hold the secret to an invisible magnetism? What if I told you that ancient philosophy, yes, teachings from over 2,000 years ago, holds the key to unlocking that same power? Stick around, because in this video, I'm going to share 7 Stoic psychological hacks inspired by Marcus Aurelius that will not only make any woman chase you, but also transform the way you approach love and relationships forever. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you're ready to elevate your love life. Stay tuned till the end, because understanding these principles can create a shift so profound, it might just change how you see yourself and how others see you for good. 1. Master your emotions. Control what you can. Let me ask you something. How many times have your emotions gotten the better of you in a relationship? Maybe it was jealousy creeping in, or frustration boiling over at the worst possible moment. We've all been there, haven't we? But here's the thing, losing control of your emotions doesn't just make you feel terrible, it pushes people away. Let me take you back to ancient Rome for a second. Imagine Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, sitting alone in his study. By day, he's managing an empire. By night, he's writing notes to himself, reminding his future self to stay calm, focused, and composed no matter what chaos the day brings. Now let's apply this to your love life. Imagine this, you're on a date. Everything is going well, but then she mentions her ex. Suddenly, your chest tightens and a flood of emotions rushes in. You might feel threatened, jealous, or even angry. What happens next? Maybe you snap, say something passive-aggressive, or retreat into awkward silence. Guess what? That's exactly how you lose control. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. This is your golden ticket to emotional mastery. Instead of reacting impulsively, practice pausing. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, am I reacting to the situation or am I responding to my emotions? Let me share a quick story about a friend of mine. He had this tendency to get insecure. Whenever his girlfriend hung out with her male friends, every time she mentioned their names, he'd spiral. It started small little comments about her spending time with them, but eventually it became a full-blown issue. She felt suffocated and he felt unworthy. It wasn't until he learned to master his emotions that their relationship truly blossomed. The trick? Recognize that her actions are out of your control, but your response isn't, by staying calm and composed. He showed her that he trusted her, and that trust became the foundation of their relationship. So I'll ask you, can you think of a time when your emotions derailed a promising connection? What would have happened if you had paused, reflected, and acted with strength instead of impulse? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. When you learn to control your emotions, something magical happens. Women start to see you as a rock, a steady, reliable presence in their lives. They're drawn to that sense of calm because, in a world full of chaos, stability is priceless. 2. Radiate confidence, not arrogance, the art of self-respect. Let's talk about confidence. Not the loud, look-at-me kind of confidence, but the quiet, uncheckable kind. The kind that says, I know who I am and I'm okay with it. Think about it. When was the last time you met someone who truly exuded that energy? Rare, right? Marcus Aurelius once said, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." Isn't that true? We spend so much time worrying about what others think of us that we forget to value our own opinion. Imagine this, you're at a party and you see someone who instantly catches your eye. You want to approach her, but then the doubts creep in. What if she rejects me? What if I'm not her type? So you stand there frozen while someone else swoops in and strikes up a conversation. Sound familiar? Confidence doesn't mean being the loudest person in the room or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about valuing yourself enough to take that first step. knowing that rejection doesn't define you. Here's a story to inspire you. A guy I know, let's call him Don, used to struggle with confidence. He was quiet, shy, and always second-guessed himself around women. One day, he decided to try something new. Instead of focusing on impressing others, he focused on impressing himself. He worked on his fitness, his career, and his hobbies. Slowly but surely, he started to feel better about himself. One night, at a dinner party, Don met someone. Instead of trying to prove himself, he simply shared his passions and listened to hers. No bravado, no over-the-top compliments, just genuine, quiet confidence. She was hooked. So here's my challenge to you. The next time you feel unsure of yourself, stop and ask, am I trying to impress her? Or am I trying to be my best self? Shift your focus inward and you'll be amazed at the results. Women can sense authenticity from a mile away. They're not drawn to arrogance or showiness. They're drawn to a man who knows his worth and doesn't need to shout it from the rooftops. Be that man and watch how people start to gravitate toward you. 3. Be mysterious. Speak little, observe much. Have you ever heard the phrase, leave them wanting more? There's a reason it's so powerful. Mystery creates intrigue, and intrigue keeps people coming back for more. Marcus Aurelius believed in the power of observation. He said, know how to listen, and you will profit even from those who speak badly. Think about that for a second. How often do we focus on what we're going to say next instead of truly listening? Let me paint you a picture. You're on a date and the conversation is flowing. Instead of dominating the discussion with stories about yourself, you ask her questions, meaningful ones. What's something you've always wanted to do? What's the best memory you've ever made? You lean in, genuinely interested. While she lights up, sharing parts of herself she rarely gets to reveal. Now compare that to someone who talks nonstop about themselves. Who do you think she remember at the end of the night? Here's a real-life example. A guy I know, we'll call him Alex, used to struggle on dates. He felt like he had to fill every silence with words. So he'd ramble about his job, his hobbies, his weekend plans. Women were polite, but they rarely called back. One day, Alex decided to try a different approach. Instead of talking, he focused on listening. He asked thoughtful questions, made eye contact, and let silences linger just long enough to build tension. Suddenly, women were intrigued. They wanted to know more about him because he wasn't giving everything away up front. So let me ask you this, when was the last time you truly listened to someone without interrupting? When was the last time you let them wonder about you instead of laying all your cards on the table? Women are naturally curious. By speaking less and observing more, you create an air of mystery that's irresistible. Remember, it's not about being secretive, it's about being selective with what you share. The next time you're in a conversation, try this, listen more, talk less, and leave her wondering about the parts of you she hasn't yet discovered. Trust me, she come back for more. Each of these points is designed not just to engage the viewer, but to make them feel like they're part of the story, because they are. By reflecting on their own experiences and imagining how these principles could transform their love lives, viewers stay hooked and inspired to see the journey through to the end. 4. Embrace purpose over pursuit. Be a man of action. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that the harder you chase something, the more it seems to slip away? Maybe it's a job you desperately wanted, or yes, someone you really liked. You texted, you called, you planned everything perfectly, but somehow it just didn't work out. Sound familiar? Now picture this, a man so focused on his passions and goals that everything else becomes secondary. He's not chasing anyone or anything, he's walking confidently in the direction of his dreams. This man, my friend, is who women can't help but notice. Marcus Aurelius believed in the power of living with purpose. He said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This wisdom applies directly to your love life. Women aren't drawn to men who center their lives around chasing them. They're drawn to men who are chasing something bigger, something meaningful. Let me share a story about my friend, Ryan. Ryan used to spend all his time swiping on dating apps, trying to impress women with flashy texts and over-the-top compliments. He was always available, always eager, and yet he rarely got a second date. Why? Because his life revolved around the pursuit, not the purpose. One day, Ryan decided to shift his focus. He started a business he'd been dreaming about for years. He threw himself into fitness, reading, and personal growth. Dating took a backseat not because he didn't want a relationship, but because he finally had something more important to work toward. And then something amazing happened. Women started noticing him, not because he was chasing them, but because he wasn't. His drive, his ambition, his focus on his goals, it all made him magnetic. Suddenly, they were the ones chasing him. So what's your purpose? What's that thing you've been putting off in favor of chasing? Someone who may not even notice you? Think about it. If you woke up tomorrow and started building the life you've always wanted, how would that change the way people see you? The truth is, purpose is attractive. It signals ambition, stability, and direction. When you live with purpose, you send a clear message. I'm someone worth being around. Not because I'm chasing you, but because I'm chasing greatness. Women are naturally drawn to men who have their own lives, their own passions, their own dreams. So stop chasing her and start chasing something bigger. When you do, she notice, and trust me, she wants to be part of your journey. 5. Detach from outcomes, freedom lies in letting go. Let's dive into a tough question. How often do you find yourself overthinking? Every interaction? You meet someone you like and suddenly your mind is racing. Did she like me? Will she text back? What if I said something wrong? This kind of obsession doesn't just drain you, it pushes people away. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have to assemble your life yourself action by action." In other words, focus on the process, not the outcome. This is one of the most freeing lessons you'll ever learn, especially in relationships. Here's a story to illustrate this. Imagine a guy named Chris. Chris met someone at a friend's party, and they really hit it off. Instead of enjoying the moment, he spent the next few days obsessing over whether she would call him. He analyzed every word, every text, every pause in their conversations. Guess what? His anxiety came through in his actions. He texted too often, tried too hard, and ultimately pushed her away. Why? Because he was so focused on the outcome that he forgot to enjoy the process of getting to know her. Now, let's flip the script. Imagine Chris had taken a different approach. What if, instead of worrying about what might happen, he focused on simply being present? What if he trusted that, no matter the outcome, he'd be okay? That energy, calm, confident, and unattached, would have made him irresistible. Here's the truth. When you detach from outcomes, you show that you're not desperate for approval. You're not seeking validation. And that, my friend, is incredibly attractive. So let me ask you, can you think of a time when your need for a specific outcome sabotaged something promising? What would have happened if you had let go of that need and just enjoyed the moment? Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop obsessing. You stop putting your happiness in someone else's hands and start taking control of your own life. When you let go of the need to win someone over, you create space for genuine connections to grow. Women are drawn to men who are confident enough to let go. They notice when you're relaxed, present, and unbothered by the what-ifs. So take a deep breath, trust the process, and let go of the need to control the outcome. 6. Practice gratitude. See the beauty in every moment. When was the last time you stopped and truly appreciated what you have? Think about it. How often do we get so caught up in what we don't have, whether it's a relationship, a text back, or the perfect date, that we forget to be grateful for the things we already do? Marcus Aurelius said it best. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good practice, it's a game changer in relationships. Let me share a story about someone I know. Her name was Sarah, and she once told me about a guy she dated briefly. What made him stand out wasn't his looks, his job, or his charm, it was his gratitude. He had this way of appreciating the little things, The way the sunlight hit her hair, the way she laughed at his jokes, even the way she chose her words when telling a story. His gratitude made her feel seen, valued, and cherished. It wasn't about grand gestures or over-the-top compliments. It was about noticing the little things and appreciating them sincerely. Now think about your own experiences. How often do you take a moment to genuinely appreciate the person you're with? Not just for how they make you feel, but for who they are, their quirks, their passions, their dreams. Gratitude isn't just attractive, it's contagious. When you practice it, you inspire others to do the same. And in a world where most people focus on what's missing, gratitude makes you stand out. So here's my challenge. The next time you're with someone you care about, take a moment to really see them. Notice the little things, appreciate them, and let them know. You'll be amazed at how much closer it brings you. 7. Stay calm in chaos, the Stoic's unshakable mind. Here's a question for you. How do you handle stress? Are you the type to lose your cool when things don't go as planned? Or are you the calm, steady presence people turn to when chaos strikes? Marcus Aurelius believed in the power of staying calm under pressure. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This principle isn't just about handling life's challenges. It's a secret weapon in relationships. Imagine you're on a date and something goes wrong. The restaurant messes up your reservation. The food takes forever, or the conversation hits an awkward lull. How you handle these moments says everything about who you are. Let me tell you about a guy named Mark on one of his first dates with someone he really liked. Their car broke down on the way to dinner. Instead of panicking, he laughed it off, called for help, and suggested they grab snacks from a nearby gas station while they waited. That calm, adaptable energy left a lasting impression. His date later told him that his reaction made her feel safe, valued, and genuinely happy despite the chaos. Women are drawn to men who can stay calm in the face of adversity. It shows leadership, reliability, and emotional intelligence. So, here's my question to you. The next time life throws you a curveball, will you let it rattle you, or will you rise to the occasion? Practice staying calm, and you'll not only improve your relationships, you'll transform your life by weaving stories and engaging with the audience directly. Each point keeps viewers hooked, making them feel like they're part of the journey, bringing it all together. So there you have it, 7 Stoic Psychological Hacks inspired by Marcus Aurelius that will make any woman chase you. Master your emotions, radiate quiet confidence, embrace mystery, live with purpose, detach from outcomes, practice gratitude, and stay calm in chaos. These timeless principles don't just help in relationships. They transform your entire approach to life. Now, before you go, remember to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up if you found value in these ideas. And don't forget to watch until the end of our upcoming videos because they're designed to help you unlock the best version of yourself. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.